Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, the Passover. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem QADASH. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, taught me the truth through the Spirit. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings be to all the sincere men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3. Shalom. The Passover is approaching us, and before you go into the Passover, you have to make sure that all ends are met, especially when you're dealing with brothers. You don't want to go into the Passover seeking salvation and seeking forgiveness and mercy when it hasn't been displayed to another brother, or a brother's not displaying it on your behalf. And even that leaven, the old leaven would be that old man. You see, every day you wake up is you constantly battling against yourself. You are your own worst enemy, and I'll be the first to say that. All right, you can't become your own worst enemy. This is Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Right? But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Because what we had to do, we had to be born again. Meaning that old man is done away with. It's like that old leaven. And every year you have to get refined, more refined, more refined, more refined. They mean that your faith is going to constantly be tried. And you have to always remember this. You still have to put in the work. You still have to put in the work, and seek your own salvation with fear and trembling. If someone claiming that they're investing in crypto, but they're not literally investing money into crypto, they're never going to see a profit, right? So if someone's saying that, they believe in YAHAWASHI, they're doing the work, but they're not doing the work, then what are they really investing in? Because you're not investing in your salvation, right? So that old man wouldn't even be thinking about serving the Lord. But as you become a new man, that old leaven gets put away with, and Dawadi Habashimashah for mercy because of the Day of Atonement. How many times have we sinned, right? But then you have a Day of Atonement to atone for our sins, even knowing that we were going to go off. Then you have the Passover, which when the Lord, with the blood of the Lamb, all right, over our doorposts, the death angel passed over us, but killed all the firstborn in Egypt. You see? And we want to make sure that we have that blood of YAHAWASHI. This is 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Mashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. What does it mean to be a new lump? To be molded. We've been molded by the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Who we were prior to this was not who. We were dead without YAHAWASHI. Once we received YAHAWASHI, because He chose us, because He called us and we accepted it, then we started to be reborn again. Okay, verse 8. Therefore let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Right? So let you do this Passover sincerely, and let you be doing it in truth. Okay? Because you don't want to eat the Passover unworthily. You want to make sure that you are worthy to eat the Passover, because that means that you have, through the Spirit, to eat the Passover. To mean that you pretty much accept the YAHAWASHI and you consume the roll. All right, and you consume the roll. Understand this. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 27. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, then ye be disposed to go whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question of conscience sake. But if any man say unto you, this is offered and sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that shewed it, and for conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. In other words, you go to someone's house, your relative is yours, and they have food there. Of course, you're going to eat the kosher food. By all means, it could just be a get together. Let's just say, you know how your family had get togethers, but let's say that they having Christmas and they praying over the blood of Jezebus. I like saying the name. All right, Crisco oil. No, don't partake in it. Don't eat it that because you're giving over to idols. Our Passover, our feast is to what? The Lamb. Okay, for YAHAWASHI to pass over us from the death that he's going to bring in destruction. In other words, it goes back to that mark of exemption. I'm just thinking about the leavening part, and you know how the Passover is also YAHAWASHI. We got to remember that too. I mean, this is our most holy, highly sacred, Sabbath, because this was the time the Lord showed his power to the world, and he saved us out of the clutches of the Egyptians, out of the clutches of the Hamitic people, and then brought us into our own land. That's how sincere it is. Okay? 1 Corinthians 10 and 31. Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God. To who? The glory of Yahweh. And Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, Easter, all of that, that's not Yahweh. Yahweh did not tell us to celebrate those things, right? So, that being said, let me get this really quick. Remember that old leaven. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. All right, so being born again, getting rid of the old leaven. And physically, remember, you have to get rid of the your leavening inside your house too. Sodium bicarbonate, yeast, leavening, rising flour, all of that. Lord willing, I'm gonna actually do a video on that to remind you. But I have one more precept, then I'm gonna close out. This is 1 Peter chapter 1. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 18. For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things that are tangible on the earth, as silver and gold from your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers. That old man, right? Thought anything could be bought and paid for, right? Verse 19. But with the precious blood of Mashiach, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. The last days, what are we doing? We're getting reverence to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, and we're doing what? Keeping the commandments to the best of our abilities, because we're rehearsing the righteous acts, right? Us keeping the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread will be a rehearsal for when we actually do rule the world again. Verse 21, who by him do believe in God, Yahweh, that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in God. Amen. So with that being said, I pray you was edified and fed. Stay in the spirit. Don't fear it. Just endure it. Ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. Remain diligent. Go, MashaAllah. Both of the ball. Shalom.